Good morning folks, Mark Doody here again. I'm in Canggu, Bali. Now let's talk about something that I see all over YouTube at the moment that is really extreme clickbait. People going on that nobody's coming to Bali. People are saying Bali's closed, all the shops are closed, it's doom and gloom. Let me tell you now, it's BS, right? People forget that domestic tourism here is huge. Now, I dropped my mother-in-law and sister-in-law at the airport the other day, and trust me, there is plenty of Indonesian tourists coming to Bali. Now, people are saying that there's no foreigners in Bali. That is a lie. I'm in Canggu at this second in time and there is nothing but foreigners here. Alright, don't get me wrong, there are some that actually already live here, but there are a lot visiting here. At the same time, Ubud, wow, there's a lot of foreigners there. So again, people are coming. I've had a few correspondence from people asking me about visas and what it's like, how I got here. It's simple, it's easy. Apply for your visa, you can get in. Again, for me, I was also nervous about doing it. I've never done the visa process before, but now that I've done it, I'm confident that every time if I wanted to apply for a visa, I will get one. It's really easy and simple. So, I've seen people saying, oh, this place is closed, this place is closed, this place is closed. But they're not showing you what's being built as well. There are many new places being built, more villas, more hotels. Again, this is a bad thing because, you know, they are ripping up rice fields to put in more hotels and villas and more restaurants, more cafes. Now, the domestic tourism, I noticed they eat all the warungs, they spend money at the tourist attractions. The foreigners that are here are not. They're spending it in the more Western popular places. They're spending it at the bars. They're spending it in the Western cafes. They're spending money basically into the beach clubs that are on the beaches. But not many are actually visiting the tourist sites. I went to the Gate of Heaven and I have never seen that place. Alright, it was empty. I have never seen it empty. You imagine pre-COVID, you used to have to queue for about an hour or two just to get in to see the actual gate itself to get that photo. Now you don't even have to queue, you can take as many photos as you like. As soon as we got there, the car park was empty. The place is empty. You know, I can never remember what they call the place with all the fish and the stepping stones. I've got a video on it, please check that out. Again, pre-COVID, that it was rammed full of people. So, alright, the tourist locations are empty. The Indonesians were there, but there were no foreigners. I was the only foreigner there. But again, you know, I was with my wife and her family, which are Indonesian. So, again, it's all clickbait. People are trying to make out that Bali is suffering. Alright, some places are suffering, don't get me wrong. It's COVID, right? How many businesses in the West, all over the world, have shut down because of COVID? It's not just Bali, it's the entire world. So again, it's just the same effect here as it is in the rest of the world. So people try and make out it's a lot worse than what it is. It's bad for people because they're losing their livelihoods. It is. Don't get me wrong, that is bad. But again, everybody's in the same situation. Now the borders are open. A lot of Facebook groups, I've been watching what's being said on there, and a lot of people are like, oh, I wish I could go to Bali, but I don't want to quarantine for 3 days, and I don't want to do this, I don't want to get vaccinated, I don't want to do this. Well, you either get vaccinated and you come, or you don't get vaccinated and don't come. It's as simple as that. You know, again, it's personal choice really, isn't it? You do what you want with your own body, it's your choice. At the end of the day, my personal feelings are at this moment in time in Bali is the best time to come. and I'll tell you why. I have never seen the place so clean. It is amazing how clean Bali is at this second in time. It's amazing how you can go to all the tourist locations. Alright, a lot of people ain't making as much money as they did, but they're still making money and they're surviving. So, again, the real truth about Bali is it's doing okay, it's surviving, it's not falling apart, falling to pieces. A lot of places you see now that are shut are up for rent because people that own it are like, I'm just going to rent my shop out now to other people. Because what they're doing is they're renting it out to foreign investors and they're doing the work for them. So that's why a lot of places are shut. The other day was a religious festival and a hell of a lot of places were shut. And I seen YouTubers claiming, oh, look at all this entire row of streets completely closed down. It's like, no, it was a holy day. They had the day off. People are allowed to have the day off, you know what I mean? So this is what really annoys me about things like this. At the end of the day, you know, it's COVID, shops have shut, Bali survived, Bali will remain here, it's not going to just disappear and fall to ruins like everyone's saying. Bali is still beautiful. Now is the time to come. And to be honest, I hope Bali stays like this, because at the end of the day, right, foreigners are coming into Indonesia. Not so much are coming to Bali, but they're going to other places in Indonesia. Right? Indonesia as a whole runs on a lot of foreign income coming in, not just Bali, and people only talk about Bali. So at the end of the day, it's just people trying to make doom and gloom, trying to get that little extra click, watch my video, watch this, click this, you know what I mean? And they're trying to make out that it's all doom and gloom, and really it's not. People here are eating, there's nobody starving to death. Well, there probably is somewhere, you know what I mean? It's the same with everywhere, no matter where you live. North, south, east or west, there's going to be someone starving. But at the end of the day, everyone's making out that it's absolutely ruined. There's no more Bali anymore, and it's just a complete lie. It's just to get you to watch their videos, and they make out that, you know, when foreign tourism comes back in, it's going to be great. To be honest, I don't think it will be great, because at the moment, you know, I'm seeing a lot of places are being built upon, a lot of places being renovated. You know, we went to a traditional market the other day, and basically it was a building site. So you had to try and shop in the middle of the building site, which was very difficult, especially when my partner's sister is, what's the politically correct term nowadays? Sight impaired, let's call it. So, you know, guiding her through wasn't exactly easy, because it was like construction site everywhere, there was bricks, men working, cables everywhere. There were plastic sheets in between all the shops, so you had to try and navigate around the plastic sheets. But at the end of the day, you know, let's get back on subject anyway. Is Bali doomed? No. Bali is better now than it's ever been. My worry is when the tourism does kick in again, it's going to revert back to the whole mess it was before, when people were just throwing their rubbish everywhere, not caring. You know what I mean? And you see a lot of these YouTubers complaining that, oh, you know, oh, doom and gloom and all this. And it's kind of, tourism actually made Bali worse, not better. And this is my honest opinion, you know what I mean? And you may disagree with me, and it's okay to have a different point of view, and it's perfectly fine. You can have that difference of opinion. People do, it's fine. But to me, Bali is better now. Alright, they're not making as much money, but they're making plenty of money off the domestic tourism. Because domestically, I mean, what, in the space of 20 minutes in a domestic airport, I've seen about 300-400 Indonesians in about 20 minutes, half an hour, easily. People are coming here, domestically. And it's domestic people that are actually spending more money in places that need it, not the Westerners. or the Australians. They're just staying in the bars, drinking and eating the overpriced food. To mostly people that are Westerners that own the places over here. Who's bringing the money into Bali? You've got to ask yourself that. It ain't the foreigners. The foreigners are giving them plenty of money because obviously you've got to renew their visas all the time, but they're not spending the money in the right place. Every single Western bar, every single Western cafe we drive past, we see nothing but foreigners in there. The Warungs, we see the local populace and domestic tourism. Now the domestic also eat in the Western places, they do occasionally eat in them, you know, they do, but not many Westerns are spending money in the more like the Warungs, like the small Warungs designed for Indonesians. So as a whole, who's actually spending money? That bloody ant biting me every time. I would get bit by the ants here, it's crazy. But anyway, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave it there. You know what I mean? That's my whole point. Because I'm sick of seeing videos of Bali's dead. Is it really dead? Oh, it's dead. It's all the shops are going bankrupt. Everywhere's going bankrupt. People are starving and dying in the streets. You're walking down the street and the guy's starving to death and he's collapsing from starvation. That's how bad I've seen some videos, and it's like, it's just a complete lie. And I hate it when they just completely lie about things like that. Bali's fine. It's not doing as great as it was pre-COVID, but it's fine. And again, I'm probably going to have people completely disagree with me. That's your point of view, that's fine. But from what I've seen, see, me and my lady, we talk to the locals a lot more, because obviously she's Indonesian, she speaks to them, she asks about it. I asked some of the drivers, and the drivers are like, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to name the name of this particular driver, but I had one driver and he says, basically he's not looking forward to when tourism does kick back in properly. He's happy the way it is now. Because basically, alright, he's not getting as much money or as much work. But even he said it's quieter, it's nicer. He's not having drunks shout in the street. He's not having all the Westerners buying all these loud bikes, driving down the road, revving their stupid little bikes, because I hate the people that drive the loud bikes. It gets on my nerves as well. But anyway, you know, all in all, he was even saying, you know, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to all the drinking and all the drunks. I'm not looking forward to all the rubbish again, because, you know, we was talking about how clean Bali is now. It's amazing how clean it is. It's lovely. So anyway, that's just a food for thought. Anyway, you know, this is my opinion on it. There's no clickbaiting on this. This is my opinion. Domestic travel is doing wonders for Bali. It's cleaner, it's nicer, and that's just how it is. So people that are going around, this shop shut, that shop shut, this shop shut. Bear in mind, some shops don't open until later. But I will agree with this. Sorry, one last thing to notice, right? A lot of the places used to have a large menu, yeah? And basically now when you go to look at the menu, they're like, we don't have this, this, or this. So they are offering a lot less food. So, you know, it is what it is. So at the end of the day, that's my food for thought on this one. I'm sorry to keep waffling on about it, but anyway, Bali's fine. It's not going to be destroyed by next year. That's not going to happen. There are plenty of tourists here. There are plenty of foreign tourists here. So, you know, the videos that are claiming, oh look, this shut, this shut, this shut, that shut. Yeah, a lot of places are shut, but places are renovating, they're building new properties. A lot of the places are up for rent because it's easier for them to rent it to people, for them to pay the costs, than for the actual local populace to sit in their shop all day and make the same amount of money. So that's just how it is. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to keep quiet now. I've done my little piece on this, and that'll be all for today. Anyway, thank you. Please like, share and subscribe. God bless you all, and have a good day.